this will be a snappy presentation regarding the alteration in our diploma numbers and digital event pass for tomorrow's investiture and dinner. So for the context of those who had not been made aware of the fact that we needed to make a change in our diploma numbers, so way back last year when we began the attempt of developing a system to help the survey fraternity, we came to the realization that the diploma numbers for professional members and that of technicians were consistently the same from when it was first adopted. The difference at some point in the scheme was that a letter T was introduced on that of technicians to be able to make that possible. But once we developed the surveyor's information management system, we became aware that you can't have two people on the same number in the application. So what we had to do was then to find a very logical way of making everybody available or put everybody in the system. So we assigned a letter 10 if the person is a professional, 20 if the person is a technician, and 30 if the person is an associate member. For now, we don't have associates, but we're thinking ahead just in case we get to the stage where we have associates. And then you have the next batch of 2 characters, 10 being LS, 20 being QS, 30 being VS, and then 40 being associates. So we have to take this, except for the associates, by the alphabetical order. So in a nutshell, the nomenclature for the diploma number, the new one, will be professional class dash division, then that's the number. Now, the number started from 1, and now we have about 3,000 and almost 3,500 plus. So what we have done is we have added 2 more digits to that number by making it 6. So what it does is that it gives us 10 if the person is a professional member, and if the person is LS, additional 10, then 2 zeros before the current number that you are known. So it becomes more easier for all of us to be able to refer and relate to our diploma numbers. What we have done is that we have the current one and the new one running parallel. By July, the old one will stop being used on the system. So between now and July, we are just gradually making all of us aware. By immediately from July, you can only log into the application with your new diploma number and not the old one. So in the same way, we have to find a way of the technicians. So just like you have LS, QS, and VS, 10, 20, 30, for the technician, the first prefix is 20. So 20, 10 means the person is an LS technician. Then the rest of the numbers follow in that order. And so that's what we've done. And effectively from this week, it's purely in operation. Last year, when we began to upload the data of all members into the application, we could not allow, so if you notice, quite a number of those who couldn't even vote last year were technicians. Because anytime we brought in their data, it clashed with the application, and we generated that data from there for the elections. But for this year, we haven't had that because we have used it to be able to settle and separate the two in that order. My next side of the conversation is the planning for tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, for all those who have registered and have done the needful by way of payment, so PPs, GC members have a pass, but you are required to register, and then the secretariat then takes you off as having paid. What that does is that from like Monday, twice every day, an email is blasted to your inbox. That gives you an event pass. So it shows like an ID. So the event pass shows like an ID. So what it does is, for tomorrow, everyone should have this ID on their phone or print it for the investiture. So to avoid the incidents where we plan for a certain number, but we get outnumbered. So we want to make sure that everybody coming for the investiture or the dinner, we have appropriately accounted for you. So right now, from this very moment, I could check on the system and we have over 590 people confirmed to participate. Having said that, we realize that quite a number of members from firms, VRE, TDC, Lands Commission, have not individually registered. So the organization may have paid for them, but they have not registered. It means that tomorrow there will be a problem if you don't register for us to take you off. Now, when this is scanned at the entrance to the event, this is what will appear. So we have engaged some other people to help us scan your event pass, the previous one, and then when it is scanned, this pops up. So and it confirms that you have actually been taken off to participate in the process needful. So I'm encouraging all of us just to try and ensure that we have registered so that we can ensure you have your pass assigned to you. But just in case anybody wants to play smart, when this is scanned twice, it detects on the phone that you have already been scanned. So it cannot be scanned twice. It will show on the phone. We did that work tonight. So effectively from tomorrow and in the future, this is how we want to approach all our events going forward. And the events are by a named person. So even though it can be corporate, it's to the named person. Then the last part I want to address is our individual contribution to our SIMS, our Surveyors Information Management System. Everybody has a diploma number. Everybody is assigned credentials to log in. And when you log in, it just shows clearly a description of yourself. On the extreme right hand, if you are in good standing, it allows you to be able to download for the year you are in good standing a renewal certificate. When you are not in good standing, nothing will be there for you. And then for every event that is available on the main website, it's also available in your portal for you to be able to register for that event. Now, I want to talk about paying of bills. Now, so on the left side, you have bills. So if you have any pending activity, it will show under as pending. And I want to encourage all of us to use that to be able to pay to make it easier. There is no need to travel from wherever you are. Go to the secretariat with cash. We stopped receiving cash at the secretariat for a number of years. But unfortunately, some members still try to take cash to the secretariat. By this current platform we have, electronic payment is all available on the website. The next level is that if you have attained the period where you can set up a firm, i.e. 10 years, the portal allows you to be able to then go through the process of registering a firm, registering the directors of the firm, registering your staff in that side, and then also selection of the expertise of that staff. So on Monday or Tuesday, when we made a presentation to the firms, we explained what the essence of the expertise is. The services surveyors can render is so vast, but you don't know what service you can get unless we sell that service to the world by assigning to our firms the areas of expertise that the firm operates in. The last part is CPD. This AGM is in itself a CPD. So after participation, you click on Add a CPD, and you can record the entire threshold. Yesterday's presentation, I was very glad when the part of the discussion on the panel talked about having cross-disciplinary pre-CPDs with the professions in the built industry. Now, after you have participated, you are encouraged to come and log it on your portal. The back end, the Secretariat and ESCO will see it, and then to be credited to you. Gradually, we will get there. I want to share a very short story I saw this Monday or Tuesday from the RICS website. Someone's membership of RICS was terminated just because for a whole year they had not logged in their CPD credits. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention. Timo, over to you.
Thank you very much, Tony. He says I should not say anything. Let's clap for him. At least that one I can say. Please, Chairman, President, can you come up so that we have a small